yes, question for all of our characters, and we will start, I think, with um, Valentine this time. Valentine, uh, is Valentine a reliable friend?
Uh, oui. I think I am a very reliable friend. I mean, I don't believe there's ever been a circumstance where I feel I have not been reliable, but then would people tell me? I like to think that they would. Um, for example, I tried to save Florence that time that she went crazy. I think that was a good show of friendship. But, and you know, I live with Audrey, and she seems to think me a good friend. But then again, Audrey can be a bit of a kleptomaniac, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a trade off. In conclusion, I think I'm a good friend, but I'm willing to be proved wrong.
Okay. And how
That made
about
no sense.
Florence? Is Florence a reliable friend?
I think Florence is an excellent friend. I choose my friends very particularly, and I'm perhaps not always warming up to people immediately, not always trusting people immediately, but my trust and friendship once won is very loyal and very good friendship. Evelyn Norris, my partner and dear friend through my private investigator business, is, yes, an extremely close, confident, and loyal friend. And
Super.
I'm getting to know these people too.
Okay. And Loveday. Is Loveday a
I
loyal
am
friend?
a reliable friend. I reliably
A reliable
am the
friend.
most reliable person I know. Of course, anybody can count on me. Anybody at all can count on me. And if anybody tells you otherwise, I'm thinking of a couple of people in particular, then you shouldn't believe a word they say. And they deserved any action I took towards them that could perhaps be called disloyal. And yes, I think I will remain silent from there. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. And how about Mihal O'Suluwan? Is Mihal O'Suluwan a reliable friend?
Yeah, I reckon so. Michal thinks it's very important to be a good friend. Like you might as well go across the world when somebody needs your help because you haven't got anything else. To be honest with you, you know, maybe if there was money or if there was some sort of chance to get ahead, he'd feel different. But there never is. You know, he's got absolutely nothing else. So you better at least be a good friend.
Okay, good stuff. And how about Ruby Fontaine? Is Ruby Fontaine a reliable friend?
Yeah, Ruby is very reliable. I think that she has a lot of acquaintances in many places because she goes to many parties and whatnot. But I feel like to call them friends, I think is a really big thing for her. And once you become a friend, she's loyal to the very end.
Okay, very good. Well, um, just another little step in getting to know all these wonderful people who are traipsing around New York, um, trying to find out what's happened to their friend. Um, so hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to Removal of Masks. We're working our way through the Masks of Nyarlathotep, the epic campaign from Chaosium. Um, the players are currently once again recovering from a quite a traumatic night, witnessing their friend Jackson Elias being eviscerated in some kind of botched sacrifice, sigil carved into his forehead. Um, there was a quick and brutal gunfight, wherein we won't name any names, but somebody shot Mick in the back. Um, and one of the assailants managed to escape. But we managed to take two into custody on behalf of the police, who then detained our investigators. Um, Poor Loveday has been sitting in a interview room all night, stubbornly refusing to cooperate until she gets legal counsel, as absolutely is her right. Uh, all that is behind them, however, and we're going to see how they get on with the next couple of days in New York. Uh, are they going to go home? Just forget all, right? Jackson didn't need us after all. Or are they going to knuckle down and see if they can work out what happened? Or um, are they perhaps going to stick around for the funeral? We shall have to see. Okay, everybody. Lovely to have you all here. And I think we're going to kick off the next morning after, um, as I said, a pretty brutal night. So it is the 16th of January 1925. It's a Friday. You've been released by the police in the very early hours, just after dawn. You've made your way back to your accommodations. I'm going to guess that Florence and Valentine might have gone with Loveday and uh, Ruby. Mick, you might even have accompanied them as well. Just to get to somewhere we can gather ourselves, gather our thoughts, maybe sit down in the godparents' front room, have a quiet natter before we go about our business. Um, it is brutally chill. Um, the cab which you got to bring you skittered around the corners in the frosty streets. Luckily, the streets are not very busy. Um, what between the snow and the frost and the dearth of cars, it's still not a heavy traffic situation in New York even. Um, so you're all sitting in um, Loveday's godparents' front room. It's a very nice room. You could call it a morning room if you wanted. Couches, a little chairs, um, some bookshelves around the walls, all very generic and mundane books. Um, Outside, the wind is not quite howling, but definitely there's flurries getting whipped past the window. Um, we see a young lad. He can't be more than 12 or 13, traipsing down the street, holding a stack of newspapers by the string, waving one in the air. Come on, read all about it. Read all about it. He's not from England. Um, Read all about it. Read all about it. Um, Murder in New York. Read all about it. Get the news here. New York Times, the only place to get the news. Uh, Goes up door to door, banging on doors. People come out, open the door. Ruby's godfather takes in a paper, gives the boy a couple of coins. In fact, grabs the second one, and Loveday, he opens the morning room door, and basically just tosses one onto the table. Um, that might be of some interest to you. Close the door behind him. Uh, he could be a little bit frosty after being woken at the crack of dawn to be asked to send a lawyer to his goddaughter's aid. Um, but he's been quite reasonable about the whole thing, you think? And so the five of you are sitting there. You've kind of just got a couple of drinks, teas and coffees and maybe some fruit juice, things like that. Nothing excessive at this hour of the morning, um, and maybe even some biscuits, cookies, should we say, on the table. and you're just getting down to having some kind of real conversation for the first time since the five of you all got together last night. And it's uncomfortably silent.
Does anyone know why they kept us at that police station for so long?
I did wonder. I did give them all of the facts quite quickly, and yet we were stuck there for a long time.
Yes, I'm thinking perhaps we should, I don't know, file a complaint or something. It just seemed that they had no probable cause. We were not under arrest.
I'm already...
Kept us.
I'm already writing letters.
not
I've
how
got
to
a
work
bureau
in France.
beside me. I'm writing to everybody I know in New York to complain. So I'm just going to turn to Valentine and say, yes, I think that's a spectacular idea. Would you like me to add any names to my list? So far, I've got the mayor. I've got Tommy, of course. I think this is completely unacceptable. They held us with no cause whatsoever, and they left us in those freezing cold cells all night, and they gave us no information at all, and they outright lied when they told me they were phoning for a lawyer. I told them I wouldn't talk to them without a lawyer, and they would not send me a lawyer. It's unbelievable. Just...
Well,
Okay.
I have to say, folks, New York was very quiet till you got here, and I've never been in jail before, so I have to thank you.
Really?
Yeah, would you believe it? Don't
Yeah,
start me now, Valentine. You're
maybe
only
it's
after
best.
getting here. Do you mind if I read the newspaper? I'd say there might be something in there now.
Oh, please read it aloud.
Right, what have we got here?
So there is actually an article that stands out. It's on. It's not the headline, but it is on the front page, and I will drop it up on the Roll20 board for you now, Michal. It is in the center of the board, and make it a little bit bigger for you to read out if you want to read it out to the others.
Right, let's see, what have we got here now? Author murdered by brutal killers. Murdered by killers, Jesus Christ. The standard of writing at the Times has gone down fairly badly now, I have to say.
I agree.
Murdered by killers. Who else would he be murdered by? Body found in Hotel Chelsea. Possible connection to Harlem murders. Well, I haven't heard about that. By Rebecca Schosenberg, okay. In Half New York, January 15th, author Jackson Elias has been found murdered in his Chelsea hotel room. The killers are reported to have used long knives to butcher their victim. Lieutenant Martin Poole, God bless him, of the murder squad stated that he is exploring possible connections between this murder and similar slayings in Harlem last year. Local resident Hilton Adams was convicted of the Harlem murders in October last. Well, what the hell is he at then? And is awaiting execution in Sing Sing. I hope Lieutenant Poole didn't convict him. Lieutenant Poole offered no opinion whether this new murder indicates that Adams had accomplices or is innocent of the earlier crimes. That man plays his cards close to his chest. He didn't mention any of that. Huh.
Well,
No.
probably.
Didn't mention
Am
us,
I right
anyway,
in thinking
that's probably
you all
good.
talked to the detective? You told him what happened?
It's good to make things worse.
I have a good
Florence, they
relationship.
locked us up all night for no reason. None of us have a good relationship with the police.
We were very obviously guilty of nothing. If you just explained to them the facts. I explained the facts. I arrived, I saw the assailant, I gave them the license plate of the car that ran away. None of that incriminates us in
They'll
any
find
way.
a way. They'll find a way. They have it
That's
in
what
for us,
they
I tell
wanted
you.
to
They
know.
have it in for us now. And that Lieutenant Poole, I hate him.
Just a bit much, love day.
I mean, how you deal with the police is you just tell them only what they need to know, or what you want them to know. You don't have to tell them everything.
I agree.
Because they don't need to know everything.
Very true.
The facts of the
Just edit.
situation that they are looking for.
Well,
Yes.
Florence, look, I hear where you're coming from, but when you say you have a good relationship with the police, I presume you mean the British police, who tend to be, they're a different breed. You're not in a civilized country now. This is New York, so a little, caution is all I'm saying.
Caution. Fair.
Well, anyway.
I didn't give them anything more than they knew already.
Where is Harlem? You mentioned murders in Harlem. Where is that?
That's a bit further out. I mean,
At, where?
if you wanted to chase up that one, you might be going to Sing Sing. Have a word with himself.
What is that? A nightclub?
Yeah.
Sing.
No.
Sing.
It's
No,
a great
it does
nightclub.
sound like one.
We go.
Oh, okay.
I'm only messing with you, Valentine. No, it is. It's a lockup.
Oh.
It's
It's a
nightclub
like a-
for murderers.
That's a very odd idea, but I suppose keeps them occupied.
I wanted to talk to you if I could about. I grabbed a few of Jackson's papers on the way out the door there.
Oui. Oh, and the police did not remove them from you.
Well, sure, I'm a good friend of his, and I had papers of my own. They didn't ask. No, the French police
Fair
and the
enough.
British police might have picked up on that one. Martin Poole let the side down there. All I got was a handful of stuff. I think those boys probably got most of what they were looking for. But there might be something to go on. I got a card for something called the Penhew Foundation. That's in London. So maybe you or Florence, maybe you know something about this. Edward Gavigan, the director of the Penhew Foundation. Got this thing, a flyer for the Cult of Darkness, tonight only, in Polynesia and the South Pacific, a 2-hour lecture with slides delivered by Professor Anthony Cowles of the University of Sydney. He seems like a fancy pants anyway. He's down at Miskatonic University, I'd say, by the look of it. I don't know when it was, but he was given a lecture on the Cult of Darkness in Polynesia, which maybe is related to the Carlisle exhibition, Expedition, sorry, I always do that. Then we had a card for Emerson Imports, could be something, could be nothing. The name on the back of it, I can't make that out, Sides Cavan or something. And then I think it's a matchbook for the Stumbling Tiger Bar down in the Story Street. I never heard of it. I think it might be in the Global Street, I don't know. That's all I got. It's not nothing concrete like, but there could be something in it.
So they must have taken whatever it was they were looking for. Damn it.
This is more like something that fell out of his wallet, this stuff. But we have leads, do you know, there's people we can talk to, I reckon. If he was onto the Carlisle exhibition, Erica Carlisle might be around. He might have talked to his editor, Jonah, about something. And there's also this fella that if Martin Poole thinks this murderer in Sing Sing might have something to do with it, then maybe he's worth a talk to as well,
yes, well, if the police are harassing us, they clearly have no leads. So if we want to find out what happened to Jackson, I suspect we're going to have to go look into it ourselves, to be honest with you.
Yes, I think that's what we all
Well,
expect.
I don't know about you all, but I've had quite enough of prisons for the time being, so we could start with the Penhew Foundation. Wasn't Penhew of some description involved in the Carl expedition? I'm sure I read something about that. One of them was going or funding it or something.
That's right, he was the spokesman for it. He was involved in some way.
Well, Valentine or Florence, one of you, has a whole folder of clippings about the Carlisle expedition with you right now.
Ah, oui. Let me look through my clippings.
Oh, wait, never mind. I've just looked more closely. Penhew Foundation's in London, so that's not much good to us now. So we might have to look elsewhere to start with.
They might have a phone.
They might.
They're connected
Oh,
to the
Michal, it is
expedition.
good to have you along.
Yeah, I think sometimes, Although there's no phone number on the card, so.
Emerson Imports will be a good place to start. Maybe we ring the number on there. Ring Silas.
I just realised that. And side note for the GM: the Carlisle massacre confirmed clipping? Is that already public, or is that for later?
That is public. That is part of the clippings that you found when you reviewed the when you looked into the case, into the story.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, back into the action. One of the Penyu family is missing as part of the Carlisle exhibition.
Sir Aubrey Penhew.
Oui. So it seems that Jackson was probably looking into that. All right. Oh, mon Dieu.
I think it could be worth giving the Penhew Foundation a shout and seeing if this Edward Gavigan fella knows anything about what's going on.
Yes, has anybody seen anything about a phone number for them?
Florence, is there anyone you can contact? Your partner, maybe?
Well, you would probably just ring directory.
Operator, maybe?
Yeah, you'd ring operator, and they would put you through, given
Would you
the
mind if we just
foundation and the address. To make a trunk call.
Yes, go ahead. Let's use the phone. We don't have to ask him. Don't be silly. I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
Right, who's going to do the
It's a
talking?
very long distance call.
She's rich.
We can afford it,
All
darling.
right.
Don't you worry.
All right.
Who's feeling lucky?
Well, I'm not.
Oh, Ruby, people love talking to you. Ruby, you should have a go. Go on. They won't want to talk to me. People seem to hate me today.
I heard the word luck and I thought, I better not. I'll leave it to one of you guys to do that.
Well, Florence, what about you? Don't you get information out of people for a living, don't you? So you seem like the right candidate.
Yes, I'm relatively charming. I'm good at getting information. I don't mind making the call.
Yes, that's the spirit. Come on, let's call.
Just a very quick one. If you are going to be chasing down leads about the Carlisle expedition, maybe it makes sense to have a quick run through of the information, even if it's just knowing what articles you have available. You might have read them already, but then if so, just tell me. It's okay. We're all on the same page, and I'll butt out.
I don't think I've read all of these.
Super. So even if we just want to run through them and go through what the headlines are, and then if someone thinks it's one particularly interesting, maybe we get someone to read it out. Otherwise, we can scoot along to calling the Penhew Foundation.
These are good. I've read them, but I'm happy to play with Mick's real life memory.
Yeah, because he's seeing these for the first time on the table in front of him. He's gone, like, that would have been really great to know we had this information. Okay, so who wants to give us the first couple of... I'll throw out the first couple of headlines, right? In chronological order. So there's Big Apple Dateline, right? It's about Roger Carlyle heading off to the tombs of Egypt. It's April 4th, 1919. There's an article from the New York Pillar from April 5th, 1919, giving details of the expedition which is embarking for London. There's an article from July 4th, 1919, where it says the Carlisle expedition has left Egypt. It's departed. Carlisle expedition. Carlisle departs Egypt. There's an article from July 31st, 1919, important visitors from the New York Pillar again, but it's about Mombasa. It's a Reuters report from Mombasa. Then October 15th, 1919, New York Pillar reports Carlisle expedition feared lost. New York Pillar, March 11th, 1920, reports Eric Carlisle arriving in Africa, again from Mombasa through Reuters. Then May 24th, 1920, the New York Pillar reports that Carlisle massacre has been confirmed. And then June 19th, 1920, there's an article again through Reuters from Nairobi, Murderers Hanged, which purports to deal with the end of the killers of the Carlisle expedition. Which it seems like a quite a self-contained story. So the question begs the question: what did Elias think he had? Well, go on, pick whichever one you want to read first, and
I was yakking
read
away
it
on
out for the
mute.
group.
With the article about the murderers being hanged, it mentions that there was only preliminary identification of the Carlisle group.
I mean, you think it might
So
not have been them?
what did they use? Well, I mean, they would not have mentioned it unless there was something with the bodies.
Like maybe cut up with long knives like poor old Jackson was.
Potentially, but would Jackson really have been investigating it if it was that cut and dry?
But here's something that's interesting about that article there. It says, to the end, the tribesmen steadfastly refused to reveal why they had slaughtered them. It doesn't say that they denied it. So that, unless, I mean, it's, you know, it's a newspaper article, you don't know, but it would seem to imply that they didn't deny that they had done it, they were just not saying why.
But they might not have, they might not have denied it, but they may not have, how you say, accepted that they did it, or told them that they did it. Like I said about the police, they might have omitted something.
Well, I would say now, if Jackson was looking into this, the first thing he would have done would have been to talk to Miss Erica Carlisle here, Emer's sister, who presumably came back to New York from the look of these articles. I'd say she'd be able to tell us, you know, what Jackson was talking about, or what he might have got himself into.
So perhaps we should talk to her instead of the pen use. What do you think?
Sure, we could talk to all of them.
It'd probably be easier to get hold of Erica Carlisle than Penhew, given that one of them is several hours behind us.
Rat-tat-tat-tat. There's a knock on the door of your godparents' house, Loveday, and after a minute or so, your godfather sticks his head through the door. Loveday, there's a young lad here with a note for you.
Well, yes, send him in. That's fine.
He goes out and comes back in with a note and hands it to you. Sends the kid on his way. So it's a little envelope with very nice copper plate kind of handwriting on the front. For the attention of Miss Loveday Llewellyn.
I'm assuming this is from my boyfriend because he usually sends me notes via small child. So I'm just going to open it straight away without thinking twice about it.
Okay. So you open the letter, and inside there is a single. It is a card. It's not a business card. It's just a piece of light card, and on the front is Jonah Kensington, and Jonah Kensington, and it says Prospero Press underneath. And on the back, there's a brief handwritten note. Miss Llewellyn, regret to inform you of the passing of your friend Jackson Elias. He will be, his funeral will be tomorrow, and it gives you the detail of where the funeral will be. And it says, myself and sorry. Myself and Carlton Ramsey and I would love an opportunity to meet with you and your companions after the funeral, if that would suit. Um, I am operating on behalf of Mr. Elias as his publisher, and Carlton Ramsey is his attorney, and will be dispersing the contents of his will.
Well, after I've got over my disappointment that it's not a note from Tommy, I'm going to read it properly, and then read it out to the rest of the group and just say, yeah, that does strike me as strange. They've shared that information awfully fast. It's not even been 24 hours since the body was discovered, and they've got a funeral arranged. Does that seem peculiar to anybody else?
Wait, that seems awfully
It
fast.
certainly is odd.
How would the police not still have his body?
If there's no post-mortem required, no coroner's investigation, anything like that, you'd know, Florence, that things like that the police can turn around the body fairly quickly. It's not like the 21st century where everything is reviewed and studied under a microscope. They turn the body around as quick as they can, especially like in a big city like London or New York. They don't want, they are busy. Similarly, for a society funeral, yes, you'd expect to wait days before there's any kind of notice sent out, and then days for the event, because you want an opportunity for press to gather, etc. Right? But with Elias being an author, a little bit of a public figure, it could be done quickly just to get it out of the way. So there's no, and again, it also depends. Do they need to wait for family to get here or anything like that, or can it just be processed quickly? So it's not. You wouldn't say it's suspiciously quick, but it's hasty.
Well, this quite clearly confirms the police are not investigating properly if they've turned him over already to be buried, does it not?
I agree.
It's not out of the question that this is just their normal proceedings. I've seen it done at this sort of speed in a city like this before. So I wouldn't immediately jump to suspicion, but I do think that it would be a good idea for us to attend, to show our respects, and to have a conversation with these two gentlemen to see what it is that they know.
I wonder why they want to see you, Loveday.
Yes, and why my name of everybody's, do you think?
It might be that you're the one person they knew where to find you.
Fair enough point.
Yeah, you are the most well known.
You all did speak to Jackson yesterday morning, and you all did give him general kind of where you're staying. So Loveday, he would know you were staying with your godparents. Mick, he would know where you were staying. In fact, you and he have probably met up once or twice in New York. He could probably knew where you are generally in New York. And Florence, Valentine, whichever of you spoke to him yesterday morning, you would have also let him know which hotel you're staying. So it's it's not that Jackson wouldn't have known where to find you. But what might be a little surprising is that Jonah Kensington knows where to find you.
I would
Might
the
depend how
editor have your
close.
address? Just seems a little bit odd.
Well, I suppose we could explain it away by they may have sent invitations to where all of you are staying, and of course you're here with me, so you wouldn't receive them. Maybe you'll find them if you go home later, but I don't know about you chaps. I'm not sure it's the best idea to split up. I can't help recalling what happened last time we all left each other alone after a murder was committed.
That's fair.
Sticking together is definitely.
But on the other hand, I mean, we have plenty of people to call, things to do if we're going to try and find out what's going on. I mean, if we're all going to number around 5 of us doing one thing at a time.
Well, that's very easy for you to say, Mick, as the person who didn't open their door to a person trying to eat their face off.
Excuse me, I just got shot yesterday, in fairness. I should be more nervous than anybody. Also, you know, I mean, I met the devil the same as the rest of you. I'm just saying there's in terms of narrowing it down here to something that's actually useful, we've a fair amount to do.
Should you not go to a hospital? You were shot.
Apparently I'm fine.
Ruby and I are very good at first aid.
You're certainly not fine.
I sent it to the police and they weren't interested in sending me to a hospital.
The police didn't think it was particularly urgent that you needed to get to a hospital. However, if I remember, you did take a major wound.
This is true.
And we have yet to establish what happens in the case of a major wound. We'll
Maybe we should do
pick
that
that
before
up
I drink my
shortly.
tea.
Well, it's not the tea won't leak out or anything like that.
It was the leg. You said earlier on it was the back. I thought it was the leg.
It was actually the back of your arm.
Oh, okay.
And if it
Part of your
helps,
arm looks like it's missing.
I won't be grabbing my gun in any rush state ever again, just so I'll let you know.
Seriously, no, if we come into another room with 2 or 3 of them, let's blast away. I have another arm, you know.
Right?
Maybe I just won't do it stupid next time.
Loveday's going to take me back to the range, aren't you, Loveday? And I can make sure there's no more
course.
fumbles. Thank you.
Well, so look, we're all up for... Obviously, we're going to the funeral tomorrow, and we're all up for meeting with himself afterwards. Because,
Yes.
I mean, if he reached out to you, Loveday, he said all of us, so I wouldn't read too much into that.
True.
Yes.
In the meantime...
But I mean, that leaves us a whole day to investigate. So
I'd like to make a couple
I've
of
certainly had
calls
too
so I
much
can,
coffee to sleep.
Talk to a couple of these people if we could, you know.
Yes.
We still don't
Yes.
know who actually killed Jackson. These men with the weird
Scarves.
what's these called?
The headbands.
Yes, that thing.
Because we should have asked him in the hotel how long he was staying there. Like, how did they know he was there? It was like, was that his regular place? Because he wasn't living there the last time I was talking to him. Or how long was he
Interesting.
there? Because did they know that we were coming, or?
Now did they know which room he was in?
Hmm.
Florence, you said that you had the license plate of the car.
License plate, yes.
Can we not
So
run that
the police
through?
aren't going to look into us. Can we potentially find the car?
What are the technologies of this era? Would I be able to track anyone down from a license plate, even if I'm a good PI?
So
the DMV exist?
I believe there is a Department of Motor Vehicles, very newly formed, quite limited, but there's also, as you can see from the license plate, I gave you the license plate number, didn't I?
I think you said that I saw it. I can see if I wrote it
did not
down,
give it to you.
but I'm not sure you actually gave it.
Okay, no problem. Give me 1 second and we will get you the license plate number. NYL7. So 1950. Give me a drive check, Florence, please. And we're using that as kind of a placeholder for general knowledge about automobiles and their ilk.
A driving.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Okay.
It's not a super common skill in the 1920s. Oh wow. Okay. Yes, you're not. No, that is
Yeah,
diving.
no, I put nothing in there.
No, Florence. That's
Oh, sorry.
diving. DIVING. It's
Drive, what's
DRIVE.
drive? Oh, drive auto. Sorry,
Drive
I'm
auto.
dyslexic.
That's okay. No problem.
I have excuses.
I was gonna say one is
well,
a
I
very
also-
low standard for the skill. No.
Yeah, no, but
um,
diving, that's not a very not common skill.
you can describe the car, but you wouldn't know what kind of a car it was. But you do have the license plate NYL7.
Yep. Okay.
Well-
How common are vehicles in New York at this point? Because we're in the early 20s.
So horse pretty much don't see horse-drawn carriage, anything like that around anymore. They have been replaced by the automobile.
Okay.
Automobiles up and down the streets, they're parked on the roadsides, etc., etc. They're not like gridlock traffic jams or anything like that. It's not 1950s, 1980s, 2000s traffic. It's light traffic.
Okay. So they're common-ish, but not overly common. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we have the license plates, surely we should be able to somehow track it down. They must keep records somewhere.
It's certainly an avenue worth pursuing.
Okay. So what is our next move?
Well, this is probably the one chance we have to access the phone, all expenses paid. I think we should call a couple of these people before we go anywhere.
Does that make sense?
My only concern is it's very early in the morning and it's the middle of the night in... oh no, it's the middle of the afternoon in the UK. So yes, let's start with the Penhew Foundation, shall we? I do know my time zones. I'm very well travelled.
Excellent.
Okay, and who's going to make the call?
My vote's still with Florence.
Yeah, Florence, you
Uh,
go ahead.
Yes, I'm the investigator. Where's the articles on what we have on the Penhew Foundation?
So what you have a business card that was found on Jackson amongst Jackson Elias's bits and pieces. So it's Penhew Foundation, 35 Tottenham Court Road, London W1. Edward Gavigan is the director, and that's whose business card he has. And then Sir Aubrey Penhew was a member of the Carlisle expedition, and was a renowned Egyptologist, and he's scattered through the articles that you have on the board.
See if we can get in touch with Edward then. See if he can shed light on the matter.
So you take up the
Yeah,
phone,
see if
tap,
he's-
tap, tap, tap. Operator?
Hello, I'm looking to contact the Penhew Foundation.
Which borough?
35 Tottenham Court Road, London W1.
London. Oh, you're looking to make a trunk call.
Yes.
Oh, very good. I'll put you through to international now. A couple of seconds later, there's a couple of clicks and transfers, and then you... Good afternoon, miss. You want to make a trunk call to the United Kingdom?
Yes, to the Penhew Foundation, 35 Tottenham Court Road, London W1. Thank you.
Give me 1 moment. We will try and get you through to an operator in London. Couple more moments. Tick, 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 tick. The large clock on the mantelpiece ticks away. Good day. International operator, London.
Hello, I'd like to call the Penhew Foundation. 35 Tottenham Court Road, London W1.
Very good. One moment.
Thank you.
Putting you through now, miss. The phone is ringing. Would you
Thank
like me
you.
to stay on the line until it's answered?
Oh, that's no worries.
Very good. Hello? It's a refined
hello.
woman's voice.
Hello, is this the Penhew Foundation?
Yes, this is the Penny Foundation. Mabel speaking.
Hello, my name is Florence Harper of Harper and Norris Investigations. I'm a good friend of Jackson Elias, who has unfortunately recently passed away. I am under the
Investigations?
impression...
What sort of investigations would that be, miss?
Private investigators. A dear friend
crime,
of mine...
crime and such.
Crime, yes.
Very good.
A dear friend of mine, Jackson Elias, I believe he was in contact with you. He's recently most unfortunately passed away, and I would like to know if he was contacting you, what that would be about. It would be it's important in finding out. Unfortunately, he was killed. In who might have killed him, it might help us.
Poor Mr. Elias. I'm not sure I can talk about any of the dealings. I mean, we are a private organisation, and the dealings with our board and our sponsors, we have some quite high worth individuals who are involved with our organisation. So I don't know if I can give you anything that would help.
You can be rest assured that any information you share with me will be kept strictly private and only used for the investigation of solving the murder of Jackson Elias. And I'm going to try to be very charming here. Can I do charm? I'm good at charm.
Go for it. Give us the charm roll.
Yay. Hard success.
Ooh, okay. Well, I tell you what I can do, my love. I could get Mr. Gavigan to give you a call back if you'd like to leave me a number. Oh wait, you said you're calling from international?
Yes.
Do you think this could perhaps wait until you're back in the UK?
I don't think so, unfortunately. But if you could give me a time and we could call you back.
Do you have an address we could send a telegram?
Yes.
Very good. I'll get Mr. Gavigan to send you a telegram at his earliest convenience.
Thank you, my dear. That would be extremely helpful.
Yes. Now, no promises, no guarantees. But I did quite like Mr. Elias, so
Yes.
I hope you have the best of luck in finding out what happened to him.
Thank you very much.
Good day.
Good day. Okay.
She hangs up.
Well, they're going to send us a telegram with the information they have. I think that was the best we could do under the circumstances. She didn't seem to want to give any information over the phone.
Well done.
Did you give her the address?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Yes. I was about to say.
I just glossed by
but I
that,
don't
so
know
we
it off the
didn't
top of my
have
head.
to do the updates address.
I was like, oh no, a problem.
Yes, that would have been a problem.
Somewhere Park Lane.
Okay.
Well done, Florence.
Well, hopefully something comes of it.
Well, I finished my letter to the Commissioner about that awful lieutenant, so why, shall we pop out to the university, perhaps, see what this cult of darkness talk's all about? Jackson was very into his cults, wasn't he?
That's gone, lovely. That was tonight only, and we got it yesterday, so...
But we can go talk to them and find out whether Jackson had attended any talks, or who the professor was. Perhaps they might have some insight, they might have been in contact with him.
Maybe. I mean, if he's down in Miskatonic, we could try call it there.
All right, but we all remember what happened the last time we went to a university.
Well, this time no one's going off alone, okay? Rule of thumb, no one is allowed to go off alone from now on. There's 5 of us, 2 minimum on any given expedition.
So just, yeah. So the talk was, you're absolutely right, at the New York University. It was in Schuyler Hall. Um, but yes, Bob is bang on. Professor Cowles does seem to be currently a fellow at Miskatonic,
How far is Arkham from New York in the Cthulhu Mythos? It's miles away.
down
Funny.
Boston area, so
Yeah, good.
it's not that far. Few hours drive.
If we needed to.
A good few hours drive. A couple hours on the train.
Well, could we
Cars
try
cars
the
don't
magic
whip along in the
phone trick
1920s.
again? Would we be up for call a Miskatonic?
I suppose so.
My only concern is it's still quite early in the morning, chaps, so why don't we try and get a couple of hours of sleep and then we could perhaps try and make that phone call? I suspect they might just say no if we try to call them at whatever godforsaken hour this is.
It's not an unreasonable plan.
Fair enough.
Well, there's
How
plenty
early
of
is it?
bedrooms here and I know my aunt and uncle won't mind, so why don't we turn in and then we can have some breakfast and start making some serious phone calls?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I
It's
think
like,
that's
is it
quite
really
reasonable.
like early now?
So it'll be around 9 o'clock in the morning at this point. You've been home a couple of
Oh, okay.
hours.
Sorry, I was envisioning like 4 a.m.
No, they
Okay.
let you out shortly after dawn. So it's well, when I say dawn, I mean dawn time. I don't mean when the light actually comes in the sky, because that was only half an hour ago or so. But it is business hours are just kicking in. That's why you would have got the notification from Prospero House Publishers a little while ago, because they sent it out kind of first thing in the morning.
Well, here's
But
something.
none of you disliked the sound of a couple hours sleep, just to be all on the same page. Unless any of you actually napped on the table in the interview rooms you were sitting in. You did sit in interview rooms all night after quite an exciting evening. Bob, sit up. I will remember to cut that.
I had a little nap in the interview room. It is no different to napping at my desk as at the newspaper. So,
Yeah, I think some of us
but
were left
if you
alone
all
that
want
night.
to have a sleep,
Well, look, I have to check in back at St. Paul's because they're going to want to know why I didn't come home last night or why I wasn't there this morning. That's up Central Park. This imports place is nearly on the way. I was thinking to call them, but then I was like, well, maybe these are the lads that killed Elias or something, you know. So if somebody wants to come with me and swing by there, or if you all do, we could check it out on the way up.
and
Sounds
like
a
Florence
reasonable
said, it is better for us to stick together at the moment until we at least identify who these crazy headband wearing people are.
Well, do you want to go up there and see? if
Well,
they're
in the
wearing
interest of
headbands?
efficiency, shall we make this phone call to the university as they'll be open, and then we can all head off to bother Emerson Imports.
Grand.
All right, who wants to charm the university?
What's the name of the person I'm looking to speak to?
Anthony.
Oh, well
Collins.
volunteered, Florence. Jolly good.
Yes, I know it's going to be me. I'm just looking for the right information before we do it. We all know I'm good at this, but just let me know what to say before we call.
Professor Anthony Cowles was the name, according to this flyer that Mick's got, and I suppose we want to know whether he's spoken to Jackson at all recently, and maybe whether Jackson attended his talk.
And what the topic of the talk was. And if he
Yes,
knows who
yes.
wears little red headbands, that might also be helpful.
Okay. Yes, we calling?
Okay. Tech.
Sorry, Guy, my resolution seems to just change suddenly there. Is that something Camo does?
It's not on our side.
Okay.
You're still looking sharp on this side.
Grant.
You're lagging a little bit less than you were.
I mean,
But that might be on my
frames-
side.
Suddenly there's things in frame that weren't in frame a minute ago.
Yeah, that expanded a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Still okay?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fine. Super sharp. Okay, so Florence, yeah, tap, 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 tap. They don't have those. It's a earpiece. And
Ah, yeah.
so operator, I won't go through the whole rigmarole with the operator every time, but you are going through an operator.
I was like, oh wow, this is a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Just keep it going.
So the operator puts you through to Miskatonic University, and you get, it's a Friday. It is term time. They would just be coming back after they just have come back after the Christmas break. So you get through to the Department of the Liberal Arts Department. Okay. Hello. Can I help you?
Hello, my name is Florence Harper of Harper and Norris Investigations, private investigators. I was hoping to speak to Professor Anthony Coles about information regarding he may have information around a man called Jackson Elias.
Anthony Coles. Professor Coles is not in the university right now. He'd probably be at his home. I could take a message, get him to give you a call back, perhaps, or...
Are you able to give me information so that I can contact him directly, or can you only ask him to call me back?
Well, if he's listed, the operator will be able to put you through to his home, but I certainly should not give out information like that over the phone.
Can I attempt to charm
Oh, go for
him
it.
to
Go
change
on.
his mind?
Okay, so you chat away with him for a second. Talk to me about that's an extreme success. So talk to me about how that goes. Are we?
So I'm asking about the nature of university and saying, oh, I know it's all of these bureaucracy. I know it's exactly the same with my line of work and looking after all that. It's such a goddle. I have such a nightmare.
You've
and don't
hit
you
it
wish
right
there
on
weren't
the
so many
head, right on the
rules
head.
all the time?
It's just rules. You're exactly right.
Rules.
Look, I don't need to look it up in the records or anything. I can tell you, most of the young men around Arkham can tell you where Professor Coles lives because his young daughter Eva is quite well known around the town. But he lives on Pickman, number 1021 Pickman. But with that information, the operator should put you through.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, hope
So
you
you
have a lovely
called-
day.
Well, thank you, Miss. You're a very lovely young lady. I hope if you're down in Arkham, perhaps call around to the university. If you're going to meet Professor Coles, you could meet him here. Be lovely to get to put a face to that delightful voice.
Yeah, sounds splendid.
Okay, so you give a call through operator to Professor Cole's home, and the phone is answered by a young woman. Good morning.
Good morning. Is that Eva?
Tis yeah. Who's this?
Hello. My
She
name
has
is Florence.
she has a bit of a twangy accent, a bit of an Antipodean accent. You'd guess Australia, somewhere like that.
Hello, my name is Florence Harper. I'm a private investigator. I was hoping to speak to your father. Is he around?
He's not available.
Is there another time that I could call when he might be around?
If you leave contact details, I'll get him to give you a call back.
Okay, I'll do that. Give the address.
Can I nudge her? Be
Let
like,
him know.
say about
Yeah.
the murder, Florence. Say about the murder.
Yeah. I'm getting to that.
Excuse me?
You, sorry, my dear. Amping up the charm. Sorry, my dear. If you wouldn't mind telling him this is the address, and if you could call back, it is rather urgent. Most unfortunately, my dear friend Jackson Elias has most recently been murdered, and I believe it is possible that your father might have seen Jackson Elias before he died, and that he might know some information that may help us find his killer. I know it's a rather
the
dire
name doesn't
situation.
ring a bell, but I'll give him the message.
If you could please do so. Thank you very much.
I will. You're welcome. Okay. Bye. She hangs up.
Goodbye. Well, we've got people promising to call us back left, right and centre, and no real information, but he's got a young daughter called Eva. She had what sounded like an Australian twang, so yes, that makes sense with the flyer, the University of Sydney. So he's an Australian, but
Whose
yes.
contact details did you give, by the way? Did you give Lovedays again?
Yeah, that's probably easiest if everyone's calling into Lovedays.
So you told the daughter about the murder? How did she respond?
Well, she obviously thought that was quite unpleasant, but she said that she didn't know the name.
Did she ask how he was murdered?
No. But not everyone has the mind for these gory things, Valentine. Some people want to avoid it.
I suppose.
She did say. I mean, noted that probably wasn't the typical response. I mean, the yes, I guess. Well, we hope that they'll call us back. The woman from the Penhew Foundation didn't ask about how the death is either. I think people who are not involved in our line of work maybe don't actually want to know gory details about murder.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, anytime I have covered a murder for the newspaper, the amount of people who are coming up to me asking for details, like the general public are love these dark details. So I find this very odd that they're not asking how much blood, how it happened.
Well,
did anyone get exploded?
In my line of work, people
like, very odd.
don't always want that. I'm not entirely sure I agree with you, but valid line of reasoning.
Speaking of which, Valentine, in the back of your mind for the last couple of hours has been it's just this idea of a good bit of money to be made from a series of articles, the murder of Jackson Elias, motivations why he was killed. I mean, he's a reasonably well-known figure. He's a writer. His books are out and about, and they've never been bestsellers, but they get up on the bookshelves. People read them. So yeah, like with the gory details, first-hand journalist's account, you've been kind of quietly ruminating on this, probably. I could make some money out of this.
Yeah, we don't think I'll do it just yet. Want to catch the killer first.
A bit more information to pick up first, of course.
Of course.
Okay, so you guys getting ready to go? Ruby, you up for going out, or is Ruby flagging a little bit?
No, we're good. We can stick together in this.
Loveday's happy to head off as well.
I am slightly concerned that we have been up all night in horrible cold police cells, and we do keep running into trouble, and I'm not sure I can shoot particularly
lovely,
straight.
Comfortable interview rooms.
We
nice
just get to
hard
another
wooden
coffee, Loveday. We have another coffee, you'll be fine.
All right. Well, I'm not staying by myself, so if you're all going, then I shall just have to come, and you will be listening to me complain all the way there, just so you know.
That's the
Didn't
spirit.
expect anything less.
You might be complaining, but that doesn't mean we'll be listening.
Are we
That's the
walking,
spirit.
or is Loveday having a car sent around, or
A car, probably.
God bless.
And I'll also just tee my uncle and aunt up to say that we're expecting a couple of calls if they don't mind taking a message for us.
okay? Oh, of course, Loveday.
Thank you. Mwah,
That-
mwah, mwah.
Your godfather gives you a quick peck as he strolls out the door. He's off to the club. So it'll be your mother fielding any calls, your godmother fielding any calls, probably. So you head out. As a car pulls up to get you. It's quite a nice car. It's quite spacious. Florence. It similar. It wouldn't be the same kind of car, but it's probably the same make. It's a Hudson.
Oh, this is a bit of a coincidence, but this is a fairly similar type
Well,
of
it's
car.
a pretty
to the-
common car. A lot of the
common.
cars going around carrying
Okay, so
larger
it's not
groups
a-
of people would be
Okay. Okay. Yeah, similar type of car. But coming
Well, the
Good to
number
be
plate's
able-
not the same, is it? We're all...
No. But for tracking down the car, having the make could be handy to go with the Okay. So you pop in the car and you're heading. I believe the first stop was Emerson Imports.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you shoot down to Emerson Imports. 1 second. Okay. It's a long, narrow building on the edge of the Hudson River, just beyond Hell's Kitchen. There's loading docks at both ends of the building. It's a warehouse piled high with freight. A small set of offices upstairs at the front. When you go to the main door, a young woman steps out from a little side office, comes down the stairs. Excuse me, are you sure you're in the right place?
We're looking for Silas.
Silas? You're looking for Silas? Arthur, someone's here says they're looking for someone called Silas. A man sticks his head out of the office. Send him on up. I'll have a few minutes. We can find out what's going on. He's probably in his mid-50s. Carrying a little bit of extra weight. Seems like a pretty standard New York business person. Come on up into the office. You're looking for Silas. Silas who?
Silas Cavan, I believe.
Silas Cavan.
Well, perhaps you can help us. We have this business card, you see, and the name on the back looks like Silas in Cavan, and we assume that he works
Nkwane.
here.
Silas Nkwane.
Ah, so you do know him.
African gentleman. I do. I know him all right. Yeah, he's Can I ask what this is about?
My
Kinda
friend
gives
is a
you-
private investigator. Explain.
Because he's looking around the five of you. You're quite like you've got a priest. You've got a couple of very well dressed socialite women. You've got a lady who's dressed very kind of sensibly, as if she's out and about getting the job done. And he's looking at this very eclectic group. Well, what exactly is this all about?
I'm going to step forward and attempt to take the lead here and say, hello, my name is Florence Harper. I'm of Harper and Norris Private Investigators. These are some dear friends of mine. We were all good friends of a man called Jackson Elias, who has recently passed away. And we are looking for information because unfortunately he was murdered, and we are looking for information around his death. That is why we are here today.
Elias, you say Jackson Elias?
Yes.
Huh. Well, that's a shame.
Yes.
My condolences if you knew him well. I remember him stopping by. So what precisely are you looking for?
Miho?
Well, I'll be honest with you, we're following up any leads that we have to find out who he's been dealing with and what might have been going on. And that's led us to come here to see if we can find out who this Silas man is, and maybe he's in danger also, you know?
You're doing this just as private individuals, as his friends?
Yes.
Well, if a friend of yours, if something like this happened to a friend of yours, I'm sure you'd also want to do the best you could.
I'd like to say I'd trust the cops, but
Do any of us?
when you give that little guffaw out, Loveday, he does. He kind of chuckles along with you. Yeah. There's all sorts among the police. So you're looking for, but you're basically looking for me to tell you what I discussed with Elias. Is that it?
That'd be helpful,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. I suppose. He pulls out a notebook, has a quick little flick through, just to be sure. Yeah. So Elias was checking on importers to find connections with anyone in New York and Mombasa. He says, yeah. I gave him a bit of information. I told him I ship some freight from Mombasa, and he's looking at you. He's not looking at you like he's super inclined to say any more.
And so he would have been looking for you to ship something from Mombasa to here. Is that correct, Arthur?
No, he was asking more about people who ship things to Mombasa from Mombasa on the regular.
Oh,
What
I
sort of
see.
things?
And sorry, my colleague's asking what sort of things there, Arthur.
What he was particularly interested in was things of an esoteric nature, and I told him that yeah, and he's looking at you as there's a bit of an edge of suspicion in his voice now as he's looking at you. I did ask him at the time what the motivation, why he was interested, why he's looking for this information, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you the same.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
we
it's
want.
pretty straightforward. Sorry, you go ahead, Florence. This is your gig now.
Thank you. We want to know any information that could give us more context about what Jackson Elias was doing and involved with in the time before he was killed, and any of that information. And I'm a private
why would I
investigator.
not
What
be
on
given
these
this
cases, any
information?
of it?
Why would the police not be asking me if this is pertinent to the investigation? Why would it be 5 interested parties? Did your friend say you're an investigator of some kind?
I'm a private investigator.
You have a license?
Yes. I assume that I carry that.
He doesn't even look. He just gives this sigh. He looks around the rest of you. Look, okay. Do you wanna try fast talking him or charming him or anything, or are you gonna
Can I
just
try charming?
yeah go for it again? Just the charm is getting a workout today.
Yay! It's the thing I'm good at. Oh, except not right now. It's gonna happen eventually.
Can I
How
try?
bad?
Yep, someone else try.
Can I try
It
fast
was a
talk?
failure, not a fumble.
Okay, cool.
Not a failure or a hard fail, just.
So you're fast talking him, Valentine. What does this look like? You just kind of cut in and start the kind of looking for the story patter that you usually use, is it?
I suppose like trying to figure out, just like confuse him a bit and figure out why he doesn't want to talk to us. Assuming that he's doing something a bit shifty, and that's why he won't talk to us.
Okay.
So will I roll?
Yeah, go for it. A bit of a fast talk. See if you can kind of put him off his footing now while Florence is
Fair play.
trying to be charming, and you're seeing straight away that she's just not getting anywhere here. You see him, by the way. You'll see him in Roll20. He's a kind of a he's very much your hard-nosed New York kind of small-time businessman who's kind of trying to make it big. So it's very much about like, why do I want to tell you kind of thing. So how did that go, Valentine?
Extreme success.
Okay. Look, it's it's not worth the headache. I did. I talked to Jackson. I gave him some information. That the card there is, I just put down Silas and Kwane because he's my one and only address that I ship to. 1 Ransom Court, New York City. It's the Juju House. That's Juju. It's like a slang for magic or something. From foreign parts. He gets his stuff from Aja Singh in Mombasa. I'm Aja Singh's U.S. agent. I move things around for him to other cities, but the only account in New York is the Juju House. Silas and Kwane.
And what do you ship to him?
Well, this Aja Singh ships. He looks a bit curios, bits and pieces from Africa that might be of occult meaning or interest to collectors or people who are curious of that kind of thing. Juju House is it's a shop for people like that. Maybe they're having a seance or doing some society thing. They go down around the Harlem area, think they're living the exciting life, and they're listening to the jazz. They maybe they pick up some curios on the way home for the next seance, that kind of thing.
Arthur, how long have you been in business for? How long have you been shipping this kind of item for?
I ship all sorts of stuff. This would be a very minor business for me. Like I say, I've only 1 dealer overseas in Mombasa, Singh, and 1 account in New York, minimal. I ship mainly, and he starts going into all sorts of different types of goods he ships, and the benefit of different types of freight over others and what's easier to
Can I
load.
cut him off
Definitely
and just say,
non-perishables,
yes,
non-perishables.
fascinating. And
Sorry.
were you operating in 1920?
I've been around a while. Why?
Well, I'm just wondering, you didn't get any shipments in particular from Mombasa in 1920? Perhaps sometime in June or July over that summer?
I wouldn't know that off the top of my head. Things go through here and there. Juju House it's a fairly regular supply, but I wouldn't have. Well, I mean, it might be in the records, but like unless the cops are coming with a warrant or something, I'm not digging in and poking around in my records for that kind of thing.
Well, I
If
wouldn't
you
want
only
the cops
ship
involved,
to-
of course. Sorry.
Plus, the less I have to do with Nkwane, the better. I mean, he gives me the creeps.
If you only ship to one place from Mombasa, why is it worth your time?
It hardly is. Some of these cargoes are reasonably valuable though, so the freight on them it's all right.
So you make money.
But a steamer comes in carrying stuff from Mombasa and other places around there. One crate on it. It's not really taking much of a burden on my guys. Scoot it over to Nkwane. Well, as I say, once he doesn't have to come around or don't have to go over to the Juju House, that place gives me the willies.
Do you keep a record, Arthur, of what comes through, or do you just ship the crates on, no questions asked?
Look, come on now. Are you an auditor or a policewoman or I believe they have policewomen now.
Wouldn't that be something? No, I'm actually asking.
Oh no, they do.
I'm wondering.
The New York department, very progressive. Apparently we
Very
got
progressive.
the first policewoman recently.
Oh, well, aren't you terribly impressive? No, I'm curious. Occasionally, my
The best city
father's
in
in
the
the
world,
weapons
you know.
business, and
The Big Apple.
we do.
It's the greatest city.
We do.
Sorry,
we
you
do
are?
occasionally need to move this and that into and out of New York, and it's
We can
it's
keep
not
as
an
detailed
insignificant
records as
amount
you
of
need or
business.
not.
Interesting. And should you have received anything from Mombasa in and around summer 1920, would you have kept records
Who
of
is
that?
your
do you
father?
think? My father's Llewellyn Industries.
Okay. Have a seat.
All right. Tell you what, I'm going to do you a deal, sir. I believe you're probably quite good with a deal. If you can give us the records of anything that came through and went to the Juju House from May 2020 until perhaps the end of that year, I will take your business card and I will phone my father this very afternoon and give him your name. How about that?
Take a day or so to get the records dug out and someone to sift through them, etc., etc. But I'll have Anime. The woman kind of comes out of the side office again. Yes, Arthur? Anime, could you, this young lady's going to tell you what she needs. You get the old records out from 1919, 1920 and do her bills of lading from Juju House for that period of time. Yes, Arthur, of course, yeah. Thank you. She gives you something of a sour look. He kind of looks around the rest of you. Do you mind me asking, do you five go everywhere together?
The problem is when we don't go places together, interesting stuff happens, and we don't we've been damaged by that. Although she shot me yesterday, so maybe we should split up today.
Speaking of damage,
There is no proof.
young man, I think your arm has started bleeding again. You're leaving some blood on my wall.
Yeah, I'm on the way to sort that out now.
I would stop in the hospital if I were you, if it's that bad that it's bleeding through your clothes.
Yeah.
Has it been bandaged up?
Only a tiny bit. The police aren't particularly concerned about stuff like that.
No, it's got a great big water bandaging around it, but it just probably might not be a great job. It's just first aid, but It's got a great big. You've got, so if it's bleeding through the bandages, Mick, you're probably losing a good bit of blood there.
I shall go to the hospital now. Thank you, my son.
Oh, yeah, Father. Sorry. So I lost the run of myself there for a second. And he looks even more puzzled.
Well, thank you. You've been very helpful. Here's the address. If you could send copies of those records over, that would be marvellous. And I will make sure you receive a call this afternoon from one of my father's secretaries.
Yeah, very good. Oh, will do. Thank you.
Fabulous, right?
And,
To the hospital.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing from your father. People of that caliber really could step up my business to the next level. Thank you.
Caliber,
Yes.
good one. Hey.
Thank you. I'm glad you got that.
Right. Listen, I know you're allergic, but you're not all coming to the fucking hospital with me.
Is anyone going to go to the hospital with Mick?
Let's split up and try not to die, alright?
I feel like Ruby
Yes,
would go with him to make sure that he's not saying
London
anything he shouldn't do.
Are you armed at the minute?
I'm definitely not armed at the minute now. It's just
So
a
you're
scratch.
not armed.
It's just a scratch.
Clear. You're not armed right now.
I am not armed right
Okay.
now.
Loveday, are you armed?
I'm always armed.
Given to someone should be.
Mick?
No, I still have to pick mine up from the church, which I was on the way to do, but
Okay.
we're not going to the church anymore.
You're
I'm
reasonably close, I think. Emerson was on the way, so you could stop by
But
the
to
church
be
on the way
honest,
to the
I
hospital.
didn't think of it until the GM mentioned it, so I think Mick
Okay,
didn't
sorry.
think of it.
Because you did say earlier you were going to go to Emerson, then the church.
Yes, but then he realised he has to go to the hospital, and I did not immediately say, "Oh, I better get the gun first."
Okay,
so I
cool.
think I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
Go with that one
GM will close it.
to the
And
hospital.
Loveday has my weapon.
Okay. And then Florence and Valentine, where would you ladies like to go to? Assuming you're not going to the hospital with Mick as well. We're his
Mick has asked us not
entourage.
to all come.
The father needs attendance.
How far away from Harlem are we?
Well, I shall pull up the map of New York and I'll tell you. Not that far. Yeah, so you're probably not. It's not a comfortable walk. So you could take a cab, or Loveday could call for a second car, or but yeah, no, a cab is probably the easiest way. There will be a taxi cab available.
Okay.
Perhaps we should go check out this Juju house.
Oh, you should
That does
definitely
not
go
sound
to
like
this.
somewhere to be going, just two of you.
Okay, very
I
valid
think
point.
you guys have
given,
split up.
Uh,
The GM loves the sound of
okay,
this.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna stop and think, and then say, actually, you know what? Given what we have been through, that is perhaps not the wisest idea. Is there anywhere else we could go investigate which would be of a lower danger level, just the two of us, and perhaps the Juju house is somewhere that we go as a five?
Maybe you could
See if
check
it-
in with Loveday's godfather and see if anything's come back yet.
Just, and again, this is above the table.
We're split.
Florence, for you as an investigator, if the Juju house is a small curio shop, 5 people rocking up and trundling in, I mean, you want to be being super upfront and blunt about what you're doing, because there's not going to be any, oh, we're just having a look around, you know. So, but it's up to you. Not trying to encourage you to go to the Juju house. Just saying you don't think that bringing like all 5 of you to the Juju house would be a great idea either. Unless
We could
it's
go,
specifically to go in and do what you did with Emerson and go, hi, we're gonna stand around and stare at you and take turns fast talking you.
We could go incognito. We go as customers, and we, just see what they stock there.
Okay, but first sign of danger and we are out the door because this has gone very poorly in the past. So we are going incognito. We are asking about what they sell, and if first sign of danger, we're gone. Can you agree?
We, of course.
Okay.
But if we're going incognito, we should sound, like customers, like not interrogate. We just kind of...
No, just
we're
ask.
curious.
Say, this is curious. We're curious. We're foreign tourists. We are friends.
How do we know each other? What is our backstory? How do we know each other?
Can we say, while you guys are working that out, Mick, you and Loveday and Ruby are in the car and heading off to... Because for the five of you to be standing outside the Emerson Imports, working out backstory might just be enough time for Mick to bleed out.
They're not concerned about us going to.
So
the
sorry, carry on with your
Yeah.
backstory.
Can I also check? 'Cause I think I still had Valentine's gun because I took it for her at the police station. Can we say I've handed that back before they take off separately?
I'll allow it.
Perfect. I mean,
Well,
I'm just realising that means I
mine.
had 3 handguns clinking around in my handbag. Thank God I'm in the arms business. It might look awfully suspicious otherwise.
Purely from the perspective of you not being burdened down with additional firearms, yes, I'm totally happy with that. Yeah. Okay, so carry on with your backstory.
Okay. We're foreign tourists.
Yes. But how do we know each other? Like, we are clearly foreign.
Well,
Especially you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We're not Americans, and when people who are very obviously not Americans walk into a shop and claim to be completely clueless tourists, they will be more than willing to get us to buy something and perhaps strike up a conversation, and through that conversation we can nudge it in the direction of getting some information.
Yes, I understand how it works. I'm just saying, what's our backstory if they ask? Like, where are we staying? How long have we been here?
Well, let's not Well, my immediate instinct would be to say let's not overcomplicate things and give them a false address, but also if things go sour, maybe them knowing where we live is not the best idea. Why don't we give them a generic part of town, if they ask, and say, oh, what's the name of the hotel? I don't remember the name of the hotel. Do you remember the name of the hotel? I'm not
I
entirely
don't think
sure.
we need to tell them the name of
Babylon.
the hotel. Okay.
Okay,
So
well,
we're generic tourists who have come on
we
holiday?
want to see New York. We can say that we're on holiday. We can say that we want to see New York, but not just the touristy parts of New York that everyone does. We want to see the real New York. And we found this. We were walking along outside, and we thought it looked like the most curious, lovely place. And we really wanted to get a sense of the culture. And we're very into culture as tourists are. I'm led to believe. And then we can ask about the shop and what they sell and what all of these things do, and we're terribly curious.
Okay, so our characters are interested in the dark side of New York. Like, we're going out looking for occult things.
Maybe not phrasing it as the dark side. Maybe as the real New York, as the not New York as it's on a postcard, as the rich depths of culture. Or how about I try to do most of the talking?
Well,
Would that help?
I think you'll give yourself away, but all right.
Okay. What are your ideas?
That we keep what we're communicating to a minimum, and it's kind of like housewives out for the day who want a bit of action, and
Would you want
I
us
don't
to be
think rolling in and
Americans?
saying, "Oh,
Can
we love
you try
culture,"
to
that'd be like go to a museum.
I mean, do you want us to pretend to be Americans?
No,
Or are we going
that
as
would be
tourists?
crazy. We're going as
Pretending to
tourists,
be
but
Americans
no.
as tourists, but we're curious about this sort of thing. I mean, the cult
Yes.
is actually extremely fashionable with housewives these days. I heard about this society in my town where it's all of these housewives and they sit around and they do seances. It's actually very popular
I
these
know
days, which I
it's
think is
very
rather wrong.
popular. So that's
It's
so
very
that, okay.
popular.
So that's our story.
Yeah, so that's what we're into. That's what we're into.
We want to do a
We're
seance.
interested. We want to do a seance. We're interested in the occult. What do they do? And yes, okay, that's a good cover. Yes,
Okay, let's go.
okay, let's go.
You could just hop the subway because you're going north up Manhattan, into the heart of Upper Manhattan, which is what they call Harlem. And there's a subway reasonably close to where you are on the docks. You just need to go up, I think, up to 11th Avenue.
Subway?
Oui, it would be fun to
Okay.
experience.
You go and explore the New York subway and make your way up to Harlem, and go to visit the Juju house. Meanwhile, Mick, you and Florence and Ruby, you and Loveday and Ruby, get dropped at the door of the hospital. Do you go to the emergency room, or are you going in to kind of
I think
see if
he's
you can
starting
get?
to get that sort of priestly, I am outside the normal society kind of thing. I think he would just stop the first person he saw and said, "Excuse me, I've been shot."
Oh, Father. Yes, emergency room. Here, I'll bring you in. He's.
Oh, not at all. No,
It looks
no,
like
it's
someone
not
who
an
works in
emergency at all.
administration.
It's not an emergency at all. I was
No,
shot
no,
a
no.
while ago.
The emergency room is just. It's fine. They will look after you in here.
I don't want to be making a fuss now, but all right, thank you.
No. That's quite all right. Irish father.
Oh yes. Yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah, my grandfather's Irish.
Oh, so what?
He paused.
I mean,
Yes,
like
come
everybody in New
along
York, you
this
know.
way.
Come on, let's get on with it. Come on.
Orderly, can you look after the priest here? Thank you. And he turns and heads off. And an orderly comes over. What seems to be the matter, Father? You need the emergency room.
I've been shot.
This way.
friend. I've been shot.
Okay. Are you a little confused?
No, not at all. I really have been shot.
No, very good. Sometimes just the big door there says emergency room, and he kind
I'll
of
go in there
leads you
then.
over that way.
Thank you. I guess I did get confused.
And he brings you in and tells you to sit down in the ER basically. Sometimes maybe you need to humor the my grandparents are Irish
Not
part
that
of
time.
things.
Not that time.
Not when you've got a great big hole in your arm.
I wasn't in the mood for it.
Okay, so ladies, do you go in and sit with him in the emergency room and wait, or are you going to have a chat or see if there's something
I'm
else you
going
can do?
to march up to the desk and demand that someone come and see my friend Mick, who was shot by somebody completely unrelated to the three of us.
Well, now, miss, if he's not a private patient, he's going to need to wait.
Thank God you're here.
As a member of the clergy, he's probably not going to be a private patient.
I'm just going to lay a very crisp $10 note on the counter and push it across. He's private.
You want to give me his details, miss? I'll get a file open. Does he have a file here in the hospital?
Oh, I don't know. Just give me the form. I'll take it over. He can fill it out.
Here you go, miss. Go ahead. The $10 has disappeared.
Take the form and slump back over to Mick and just hand it over.
What was that money about that I saw there now?
You don't need to know. It's fine. It's all being taken care of.
One of the first questions at the top of the form, Mick, is: are you a private patient or are you?
Right. I tick no.
Okay.
I'm going to notice this and be like, oh, for God's sake, and go up and get another form and bring it back and tick yes myself and then
What?
give him the new form.
I don't know, we can't afford that. Do you know, we don't have a vow of poverty, but now something like this would be absolutely unacceptable.
Mihal,
The church can't afford
I know what happened to you was nothing to do with Ruby or I. We were merely innocent bystanders. I will be covering this. You don't need to worry.
All right.
Okay. So you get in to see a doctor. The doctor is quite affable. Private care, even back in those days, money did make a big difference. And you are well looked after. They're going to roll a medicine check.
For the doctor.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's a hard success. It's good. You
that's
are.
reassuring.
Imagine he fumbled.
It is possible. You regain 3 hit points,
Oh, good. I need those.
and he gives you some instructions on care for the wound. You need to rest up as much as you can. You've taken a very serious gunshot wound. This is that it was life-threatening. It's a good thing you did come in.
Is Ruby here while we discuss this?
Yes.
I am
I'm
not
just looking
leaving
at
your
her.
side.
I'm just looking at Ruby while all this information's coming in.
You need the dressings changed daily. Someone needs to give you medical care.
I can do that.
If possible, you need to attend a physician once a week. If you do not attend a physician, you may not, recuperate properly. So basically, Mick, every week you're gonna roll 1d3. You're gonna make a con check, and if you pass your con check, you gain 1d3 hit points back. If you get medical care, it gives you a bonus dice on that con check. But that's how long it could take. You have 3 more hit points to regain. It could take another 3 weeks for that wound to heal.
Okay, if I make those con checks.
If
Okay.
it makes you
Yeah.
feel better, you're
I'm
already
sure
higher
I'll-
than my max. So
But I'm sure I will do something stupid in the next couple of weeks and go down again.
Can Ruby not
Okay,
apply medicine to speed up the process, or does it not work?
so that's it. Every week, if you're giving medical attention, he will get a bonus dice on his con check to recover more hit points.
And I can't fumble on that, can I?
Oh, you can, yeah,
Oh, great.
but it won't make it worse.
Okay.
Right now, if the guy had fumbled, it would have potentially meant that Mick didn't get any better, or maybe even got worse.
Okay.
But just giving him ongoing care, a fumble isn't going to reopen the wound or anything like that.
I'll look after you, Mick. Don't you worry.
I have mixed feelings, Ruby, but I do appreciate the sentiment.
Send a loving
Okay.
care.
And when you finish up at the hospital, where would you guys be going to next?
I still have to check in at the church. I don't know if you want to come up. I can show you where I've been, or do we have anything present to get onto?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, good stuff. So you guys, when you finish up at the hospital, you're going to go on over to the church. Mick, you're going to explain where you've been. You're going to pick up anything you need to pick up. Maybe a change of dog collar. And
Why do you keep saying dog collar?
Hey, my mum's a vicar and she uses it.
I
off
think
the
it
table.
might be.
My
I think
mum calls it that, and
I
she
think
actually
it
wears
might
one.
be more of a Church of England, Church of
Ah,
okay.
Ireland kind of term. I
I
picked
don't
up.
think Irish priests traditionally would have allowed that sort of disrespect. You know, although Mick would probably call it one. You know.
But yeah, sorry. Moving swiftly along. So you go to. So it will be a few hours before you go back to Loveday's house. Okay. Florence and Valentine. You get off the subway in the heart of New York, in the heart of Manhattan, Harlem, straight away as you come out of the subway, even in the subway, the vibe is very different. It's a much more it's a vibrant scene. People are dressed in a wider variety of clothing. You even see people walking around wearing African clothes, very colorful. There's even during the day, there's music coming from some of the cafes. You hear jazz playing out through the windows of some of the cafes. Very much, it's a very lively part of the city. So I'm comparing more to the kind of wealthy area where Loveday's godparents live, less so the docks, because you wouldn't expect the docks to be pretty, lively and have any kind of a scene going on. But yes, and you walk down toward the address you've been given, and you come to an area that is it's a little more run down, a little more so a bit more grime on the windows of the businesses. There's the entrance is on the main street, and it is quite it's quite busy. There's a good few people around, mainly African American, but again, as I say, quite a diverse crowd. And the Juju house itself, there's display window, right? And a glass doorway. And inside the display window, you see African art, and a handwritten card propped up in the bottom corner of the window. Shop hours 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed Sundays. Lunch 12 to 1.
We're within those hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's only about 11 a.m. So.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so you open the door and walk in. There's a little ting ting of a bell above the door. In the interior of the shop, it seems quite cramped. It's 15 by 20 feet, so only like 4.5 by 6 meters. There are shelves all around in the middle of the shop, around the walls. It's kind of dirty, dusty. It's piled with African tribal artifacts, bric-a-brac, devil masks, leather drums. There's all sorts of things. Though there's even kind of you'd say display weapons. There's carved ivory statuettes, things like that. It has a little bit of an oppressive feel to it. Do you want to give do either of you want to give me a occult roll, please?
Would I be able to try spot hidden? I'm much better at that.
You could give me spot hidden.
Extreme success. Do I see anything?
Okay, so extreme success for your spot hidden, and no occult. Valentine spot hidden as well.
Fair.
Okay, so you don't see anything immediately, but after a moment, a man pops out from behind a curtain at the back of the shop, and stands behind a cluttered waist-high glass cabinet. Um, he's a kind of shriveled, older African-looking man. I'm not sure if he's African or maybe African American, but picture is in roll 20. And he just stands there and kind of stares at you as you kind of look around you. And yes, Florence, you actually notice he's wearing a leather thong around his neck, and at some point as he moves, you notice a key just dangling and moving past the opening of his shirt.
Okay.
So I might address him. Bonjour.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a wonderful
Welcome to
shop
the
you
Juju
have
House.
here. Thank you. It's a wonderful shop you have here. So many interesting items.
Thank you. Try to do good business. You interested in anything?
If we're just having a look for a moment.
I
Right?
just have a browse. Yes.
Very good. Have a look around.
Have another look around.
Okay. Browsing.
Okay. As I say, you see carved wildebeest, ivory warthogs. There's he's wearing a red blanket, by the way. It looks unusual. Do you want to roll, either of you, anthropology if you have it?
Okay.
No, I've got a 1.
Yeah, I've got a one as well. Just thought I'd try it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you yeah, you look around. You see all sorts of very interesting bits and pieces. As you are talking, as you're looking around, a young woman comes in with kind of, she's almost dragging a man by the hand behind her, and he's looking a little maybe embarrassed, should I say? Um, yeah, okay, darling. Doesn't really look like my kind of place. And she's, nonsense. Come on, let's have a look around. Hey, oh, look at this. Oh, we could put that in the front room.
Could I maybe use
Yes.
psychology to see if I can gauge anything more about them?
Okay, go for
Oh, failure. Worth a shot.
it. They seem just like normal punters, normal customers, just here to have a look around the shop. The girl seems quite excited. The young woman seems quite excited. The young man, less enthusiastic. You see the man behind the counter's eyes kind of following them closely as they go around. He was watching you guys when you came in, less so now. He's more kind of keeping an eye, watching their hands, making sure they're not picking anything up or anything like that.
Sorry, above
See?
the board. Can you hear my flatmate is watching television very loudly? Is that coming through at all?
I
Is
can't
that the
know
music?
about anyone else. No, the music
Okay,
is
so
our
Oh,
is
that's us.
Roll20 music. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
okay, that's fine. Okay, sorry, just for the sake of my anxiety and focus on the game. Yeah, that's just like it's fine.
Oh, good. No.
Cool. Okay. Um,
Didn't you say, Florence, that you were interested in buying an headband of some kind?
oh yes. Would you do headbands? Anything occult, spiritual?
Oh, what kind? Occult headband. Huh. Let me have a look. His accent is, you'd say he's at least second generation American, or he's lived here most of his life. His accent is barely a trace of any kind of African accent. And he goes over to a particular side of the shop, pulls down a box, looks in, starts digging around. You see kind of pulling out headscarves and things like that. Takes two of them, finds a kind of a long leather strap. Just a little hooking mechanism at the back, and checks it's working, puts that down. Goes through, he gets 3 or 4 different kind of things, headdresses out that you could possibly call a headband, and brings them over. There you go, miss. Is that what you're
Do
looking
any
for?
of them really match? Or do none of them match?
No, none of them look like
No.
the headbands the guys were wearing. They were very distinctive. They were like, the closest maybe might be the leather headband, but they would have been with a red strip of cloth hanging from the headband.
Okay. I'll also have a look at them and say, they are all lovely, but I don't think it's quite what we're looking for.
Well, tell me more then. What might you want?
Well, there was sort of a band, maybe with a strip. I saw someone wearing it, and I found it very fascinating. Would you have any of that? Anything that fits that description?
Could you describe that again?
Sort of a red band with sort of a piece of fabric strip attached.
Sounds quite specific. Don't think I've ever heard of anything like that.
Yeah, there was a lady at a seance that we went to. She was wearing it. It looked very fashionable. She said that she likes to come in here every now and then, so we thought we had to check it out, you know.
What's her name? He pulls out a large book he has under the counter. What's her name? I'll look her up and see what we sold her.
Oh Lord, there were so many people. Was it like Miranda or Marianne? I'm not so good with yeah, I'm not so good with American names, you know. But she spoke awfully fast as well, so it was kind of hard to, you know.
But she was very good, though. She was very good.
She was very good. A lot of spirits connected to her.
It was I felt very, very powerful in that moment.
Yeah, she was, you know, talking to the dead. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
Oh, it really was, yes.
He's kind of watching you, and he was listening, and he seemed quite intense, quite focused on what you're saying. But now, as you're chattering away, he just lets out a kind of cackling laugh. No, I don't recognize the name.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot. They might have them in a different shop, Florence.
Yeah. Worth trying a few places. Thank you.
If
Is-
anything like that comes in, can I get in touch with you? I could send a runner
yeah.
or give you a telephone call.
Oh,
Oh Lord, I don't believe we know our telephone number. We've only been in town a few days.
it's
You
You know, it
staying
would
in a
be.
hotel?
Is it what you call it, an hotel?
I
Guest
think
house?
it's a hotel. My husband booked it. I'm terribly sorry. I don't really remember the name. He handles all the paperwork.
But you
but
know what?
it's
We'll be back in.
nice.
We'll be back in this area in a couple of days. We could always call back
Oh,
in
we can
before.
maybe pop
Don't
back
worry, I'll
in.
keep an eye out for you. And if anything comes in, I'll let you know.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
kind. Oh, you
Thank
could wear it
you.
to the next séance, Florence. That would be great.
That's valuable. don't break it. Yeah, you're gonna have a séance.
Oh yes, they're incredibly stylish these days. Very exciting.
Yes, they are. They are.
Is there anything here that you would recommend for us at our next séance?
To look good on the table, or
Oh, no,
to
to,
actually raise the dead and get to speak to the dead.
I don't know. I don't know if we actually want to raise them, but have a little, a little chat, you know.
I hope you understand. This is a shop of curios and African history and genuine artifacts. This is not a magic shop to
Oh, of course not.
sell
of course.
fake things that are going to
Oh no.
cast a spell on your cousin.
Yeah, but
Oh,
lots of objects, you know, have power to them. You know, we were just curious.
We're very open-minded.
I can make us a couple of suggestions. Here, and he goes over and he gets down a couple of boxes. He kind of totters over, and he trying to lift down one of the bigger boxes. He kind of does glance in your direction, Florence, because I think you look reasonably strong, don't you?
Oh yes, I
He
will
does kind
go
of
and...
throw a glance your way now and again.
Yep. I'll go and try to help him there.
Thank you, Miss.
No
Miss
worries at all. Harper.
Harper. Thank you, Miss Harper. And he gets you to help him carry the box over. He picks out a few doodads and curios and bits and pieces, and these will all look good on the table. They're all genuine. They're African artifacts. Some from the Maasai, some from the Congo. But they'll look good. These are not extremely valuable. They're not very expensive. Yeah, go ahead. Make me an offer. You're a charming young lady.
Oh, such an amazing collection. How do you gather such amazing things?
People back home send them to me. My family is from Africa.
Oh, how lovely. Florence, anything catch your eye?
Oh, it's all very, very curious. But it all looks dreadfully expensive. Maybe we could come back once we've decided.
Like I say, these are merely trinkets. See, make an offer. You can take, no problem. I'll do a good price for you. Make an offer.
What would be the typical valuation on goods such as these?
You just this red blanket around his shoulder. These are they're gugas. Like they're not really worth anything. They're obviously worth something because people will pay for them. But
If you're
not
telling us they're not worth anything, you're not very good at haggling.
few dollars.
Oh,
I'm not trying to
you,
haggle.
you,
You seem like nice ladies. I like return custom. I want you to come on back and find something else that's worth more money. Go on. Tell you, give me $2 for the three of those.
I give you $1.50.
Yeah, why not?
Pleasure doing business.
Very good. And he opens up. So, one one 350, 150, 150. Name. Your name is?
Yeah, Valentine. Valentine Harper. We are cousins.
Harper, your cousins.
Harper.
Very good. Valentine Harper. Very good. Sorry, I can't.
I'm
His face
fucked up
cracking me
here.
up. Sorry.
I'm fucked up here. I've given my real name.
We have one
I'm-
first name and one surname, but they don't belong to the right people. Okay, or they don't both belong together. Okay, so yeah, he finishes writing it up in the ledger. Thank you. I see you again. I hope. Um, we have some good stuff, nice things. If you do want to come back and spend some money, things that look good on the wall.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Very
Merci.
serious. Oh,
Yeah, lovely,
thank
lovely spending some time talking to you all.
Right. Thank you. Have a good day.
we will be
Thank
heading
you.
on our way.
My pleasure. I asked you to put that down. He gives you both a little bit of a look and shakes his head.
Tourists, huh?
The young man is got into things with his bow, and they're both picking up and looking at and turning things over, and the proprietor seems to be getting a bit tetchy. Okay, so you guys head off. Do you want to take a 5-minute break, or will we keep running through?
Bathroom break?
Yeah.
5-minute bathroom break.
Okay, welcome back after that break. Okay, so Florence and Valentine, you were in the Juju house a little while. You kind of leave, you head back toward the subway, I assume. Anywhere you want to go after? Do you spend some time looking around Harlem, taking in the sights, or is it all business? Let's get back. Where are we going?
It's
I'd say business. Oh, what would you
I was going to say
suggest?
it might be useful to take a walk through some of the streets on the way back to the subway to see if anyone has anything from that shop in the window or anything that looks similar to the headbands.
So a fairly business, but
Businessy stroll.
observational stroll to see if we can spot anything.
Okay. So you have a bit of a scroll around. You pass by on the way back to the subway. You pass by the Lafayette Theatre. There's a sign outside. It says the House of Good Plays. You pass by quite a number of different establishments advertising jazz music. You hear music playing, as I said, through some cafe fronts. a good few of the cafes are kind of open to the air, a bit more like a European kind of setup, like maybe Paris. Not quite drinking wine on the streets. Prohibition is still in effect, but definitely open windows, open doors, and the people are walking around. There's smiles. There's a good bit of camaraderie. You do get occasional glances. You are probably in the very large minority as Caucasians walking through Harlem. Um, but there are others. As I said, it's quite diverse. There's people from all walks and enjoying some time in the vibrant heart of Manhattan. So you don't see any other similar shops. There's a few, quite glitzy kind of have your palm read, get your occult equipment here, but they're very glitzy. There's no kind of the briefest glance. You guys having been exposed to like being on an archaeological dig, having seen actual artifacts, even just from being in the Juju house just now, either he's gone to great lengths and has done a great job of making everything seem kind of old and battered and genuine, or these are just blatantly, obviously, it's manufactured, probably made in China or something like that. Um, would they be made in China in the 1920s? Yeah, probably some anyway. Um, Mass production hadn't really kicked off in the same way, but not. There's certainly not the same kind of old craft work kind of shops there. They're very much pretense. But again, more flavor, more color. It's you find yourselves just enjoying a saunter through Harlem.
Well, it's all very.
Takes. Go ahead.
Just saying that very interesting, but do we want to head back?
So
you do. You make your way back to the subway.
Where do we go back to? I mean, they might still be at the hospital.
I would say it's worth going back to Loveday's godparents' house. We're still waiting to hear messages back, so it might be good to check whether or not there's been any phone calls or any messages or the fax that was going to be sent.
All right, let's head back.
Not fax, sorry, telegram? What was it?
Telegram, yeah.
Telegram, sorry. Old technology. Well, telegram. Way before fax. I just like old thing that I've never had to use.
I feel personally attacked. Old technology.
I have no idea when fax was used. I just know that it's not a thing anymore. I have zero.
You were alive when fax was used.
Okay, well, I've never even known of anyone. Yeah, no, that's.
Okay, so you hop on the subway. You make your way a little more complicated route, but you're well-traveled ladies. You know your way around. You can find your way around the London Underground. You can manage the New York subway. And I'm waiting for the comments. And you get after a while you reach Loveday's home, or her godparents' home. We'll just call it Loveday's place from now on. In the meantime, Mick, you've brought the crew in. You've shown them a little bit around. This is where I live. This is the church. Isn't it a nice church? You've gathered up your bits and pieces. You've made your excuses.
I want to change into my
maybe you've
proper
got a little
priestly gear as
overnight bag with you. Sorry, say again?
I want to change into my proper priestly cassock as well. The collar and the whole shebang.
Okay,
I wasn't
we're
in
going
full,
formal.
the full regalia before. And while I'm here, I want to talk to one of my superiors if I can.
Okay.
I want to put in a request about Jackson's funeral to see if I can conduct it, because he was a good friend of mine.
All right, Michael. So what is it you're exactly asking? There's a funeral. Tell me more.
Well, the funeral's happening tomorrow. One of my friends here has the details, and I was wondering if you could ask the regular priest to allow me to step in and officiate the funeral, because he was such a close friend.
Well, yeah. So let me make a quick call. Do you know where it is? Where it's gonna be? It's the Cypress Hills Cemetery.
That's exactly where it's going to be.
Okay. So he goes in the back, comes out a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes later. Well, yes.
There's a but in there, is there?
Father Shaw isn't particularly impressed with the idea. But I told him, Michael, that you were a good friend of the deceased, that it was important to you. So he's happy enough to let you.
And did
think
he say why he wasn't impressed?
well, it's not exactly the done thing, Michael. You're sort of stepping on his toes, as it were. But I think if you make sure to help him out, and just you owe him, okay?
That's no problem.
Very good. And make nice tomorrow, will you, if you see him?
I'm not going to make trouble at my friend's funeral now. I'll be on my best behaviour.
Very good.
Unless he calls me Michael.
He has a couple of notes from the family. From the executor. So he'll run through them when you get there.
Sorry, he has notes from the executor, you say?
Yeah, they've sent him over a little bit of information. It's standard, we get
about the nature of the funeral.
something interesting to say.
Understood.
Right. This is this why you're not going to be here? Is this to do with your friend that was
I
killed?
believe. Well, I don't want to say too much in front. By the way, I haven't introduced you to my friends. I'm so sorry. This is Love de Llewellyn, and this is Ruby Fontaine. They're visiting from the States. They're visiting the States from England. And they also were close friends of the deceased. And
come on over, ladies.
to be quite frank with you, we were all there, you see, when this man was killed, and I've been shot, actually, by the way. Thank you for your concern.
You were shot.
I was indeed.
Michael,
that's the
you
blood.
didn't
That's the
tell
blood.
us.
Well, I'm so sorry now. I've had a terrible headache ever since it happened. I think I will have to be relieved from my priestly duties, apart from this funeral, which I feel well capable of doing. I shall see how I get on after the funeral.
I'm guessing Michael Mihal has a bit more of a control over his giggles.
I don't know, Mihal just seems to open his mouth and comes out.
Okay. So
no, Mihal wasn't
right,
giggling.
okay,
Mihal wasn't
Michael.
giggling.
Okay, look. You look after yourself, and ladies, I hope you've enjoyed a look at our fine church. I'm glad to see Michael keeping a good variety of friends. Did not know you had friends from the UK, Michael. That's very open-minded of
Can
you.
I audibly say to
From
Ruby,
your perspective,
who's Michael?
You might never have seen Mihal's name written down, so yeah, that's totally fair.
Ruby just shrugs like, I don't know.
So, yeah, you just let us know when you're okay to resume your duties, Michael. Okay.
I will indeed, yes. And I do appreciate your time today.
The kids still probably miss you. They do love story time with Father Mick.
They'll be grand.
I'm sure they will. I'll have to do story time.
I'm sure they'll like you.
Thank you, Michael. Go on ahead now.
Honest to God, girls, I thought he was never going to go. My God, that man.
Why does he keep calling
That
you
man,
Michael?
if you ever need a hole drilled in a wall, that man had bore a hole in the wall with his voice. Huh?
You didn't correct him on your name though. You corrected me when I called you One-Eyed
You can't
Mick.
be correcting your superiors. You can't be none of that One-Eyed Mick stuff around here, do you know?
I see.
Like, he could call me the blue-eyed bollocks from Japan and I wouldn't correct him, you know? You take it. It's all hierarchy in the church.
Okay, fair.
It's mad. It's like being in the army again.
That's a very deep insight into your psyche, Mick. Thank you.
What do you mean?
Just parallels, church, army. Anyway, shall we get on? Shall we get on? It's quite late in the day.
They're all fighting with each other and nobody knows what they're doing. It's the same thing wherever you go, I think. Anyway.
So you guys go out, you get in the car, you head back to Loveday's place. So being in the car, you probably make it there a little before Valentine and Florence. You go in, and as you walk in the door, your godmother comes practically bolting out of the morning room. Ah, Loveday. Before you go in, I had to ask him in for a cup of tea. There's a man here to see you. I'd like you to keep a cool head, if that's okay. He seems quite genuine. And she looks back and forth between you the three of you. He did ask to see you. I don't know if he wants to see all of you, but definitely he wants to see you, particularly Loveday.
Oh, what did he look like, Auntie Catherine?
Well, to my view, he's quite a nice-looking chap. But he looks just like you'd expect a member of the New York Police Department to look.
Oh, for goodness sake! I'm going to storm in and slam the door open. You'd better not have followed me to my home, you cretin!
So much for keeping her cool, says her godmother, as Loveday slams through the door ahead of you folks and leaves you out in the hallway. Yeah, sure enough, sitting at the table, and you'll see his photo on the Roll20 board.
Lieutenant Martin.
Is Lieutenant Martin Poole. And as you slam into the room, he kind of looks up a little startled. Miss Llewellyn. Yes. Could we maybe start fresh? I'm not here in a professional capacity, per se.
So if I can say above the table, I think Loveday is very evidently not about to let a fresh start happen. But as a player, I would quite like to not just drive this policeman away. So if someone else was willing to step in and head that off, that would be grand.
Loveday is standing there quivering in rage. And yeah, Ruby, you hear this from the corridor.
Yeah, I go scurrying over
like
as quick as I can and say, "Oh, Lieutenant Martin, it's so nice to see you." And then just sort of scurry Loveday behind me and try and calm her down a little bit and take lead.
Oh, Miss Fontaine. Yes, you did say you were staying here with. Oh, and Father. He kind of sees you in the doorway, Mick. Are all of you staying here to? No, he's looking in your eye, Loveday, straight away. He's like, that's not important. That's not really germane to my motivations. Uh, would you like maybe? I don't want to offer you a seat in your own home, but and he looks around at the three of you like
Take a seat. Take a seat. We're all friends here.
he's already sitting down. He has a cup of tea and some cookies and everything. He's hoping you guys will sit down with
Ruby
him.
like grabs
You know, throw him around.
Loveday's hand and we're okay. We're
The door
okay.
closes behind you, Mick, as Lovesay's godmother, Janine, ushers you into the room and kind of closes the door behind you. So, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm here.
It did cross our minds.
I'm sure it did. Um, Look, I'm sorry about how things went down yesterday. I did not intend for the, I did not need for there to be a, antagonistic approach. I certainly did not mean it, but there were just too many holes in what you folks were telling me, and with Miss Loveday not saying anything, I couldn't be seen to let it go. And I kind of didn't want to either. So I do apologize for perhaps being a bit like a terrier with a bone to worry. um, I'm hoping that maybe we can help each other somewhat in an semi-professional capacity. I'm not really here officially, um, but I definitely I got the feeling last night that you're not the kind of folks who gonna let things go. And I'm assuming you know something about what's going on that you didn't want to say. Um, I, on the other hand, have problems here. I've hit a stone wall. So, Miss Llewellyn, when I looked into you and your companions, I realized the perhaps being hasty in how I approach things. Not only are you a very well respected member of society, as you, Miss Fontaine, I'm sure, but your friend, the father here, is quite up and coming in the local clergy, and Miss Harper is a private investigator, which very much intrigued me. You can sense he's not used to beating around the bush, but he's not reacting very well to the kind of dead stonewall silence.
You said you wanted help. What can we help you with?
I'm curious if there's more you can help me with and tell me. But I'm reasonably sure you're not just gonna volunteer information in a one-way relationship.
I mean, it's not that we're hiding anything. We've told you everything we know.
No, I'm not here throwing any accusations or suggesting anyone come back to an interview room or anything like that.
That's good to know.
Um, um, Look, this is the 9th murder victim of this kind in 2 years. Your friend Elias. Okay. This is the first time we've managed to capture or apprehend anyone other than Mr. Hilton Adams, who is currently in Sing Sing. Hilton Adams was not wearing any of the paraphernalia that the gentlemen you caught were wearing.
Okay.
he was not known in the same way those gentlemen are known. He was known more as maybe a bit of a busybody, if anything, but an active member of a helpful member of the society, the community in his area. Um,
And have you spoke to those that know Hilton? The
I was leading the investigation, but it kind of came to a close when Captain Robson of the 14th Precinct arrested him. That was it. Uh, I'm kind of worried that Robson got the wrong man.
On what grounds
And
was this man arrested? Was it similar grounds to the way we were arrested, by any chance?
you were not arrested, ma'am.
Oh, now hang on. We were kept
merely
all night long. We were kept now, in fairness. You didn't let us go. Sounds like an arrest to me.
you were helping us with our inquiries.
Well, sure we
were
weren't.
interviewing you. You were very helpful.
Now you say it.
Miss Loveday, perhaps not as much. And
I thought
Listen,
you mentioned
Pooh,
a clean
your time
slate.
is very valuable. I just want to point out here now that so far you haven't said a single thing that hasn't been printed in the newspapers. So can we cut to the chase here? What is it that you can tell us that can help us? And then we'll talk about this two-way relationship you mentioned.
I mean, there's a pile of files this deep on the murder, so I can't just trot out a whole bunch of facts and information and bits and pieces that maybe trivial or unimportant to you. The important thing is, I think the wrong man is on death row, and last night, while you folk were being questioned and waiting for questioning, Captain Robson turned up at the precinct, my precinct, Precinct 7, and he took your captives for questioning in association with the Adams case.
So where are they now? They're down on the 14th.
Said,
Are they down on the 14th now?
I have no idea. I have not been able to get any information from the 14th precinct. I've merely been told when Robson's finished with his investigation and his questioning, they will be returned to me.
I don't think you're going to see them
Does
two
not.
again.
He looks skeptical.
Did you get anything out of them before they were taken away from you?
No, we did not get time.
Well, what can you tell us about the other victims? Were any of them dabblers in the occult? I mean, the whole ritual sacrifice angle seems awfully coincidental that they've gone for a man known for his dealings in cults and the like. Were any of the others similarly involved, any of the other victims?
There was no apparent connection between the other victims. Poor, wealthy, middle class, both Caucasian, African American, from all over the city. The common marking was that they were all marked on their foreheads with the same symbol. Most of them also disemboweled in a similar way, but not all. Dr. Mordecai Lemming consults with us. He has said that the symbol is linked to an African death cult of some kind, but we didn't get an opportunity to pursue that very far, considering the investigation got shut down when Hilton Adams was arrested.
So you were leading that investigation.
I was leading the investigation.
Robson comes along and he arrests Hilton Adams, and suddenly you're off the case. Why?
Well, he's ranking officer. He's made the arrest. He's closing the case at his precinct. Why do they need my precinct to continue investigating?
But you know that there's a link in the way that they've been killed, so surely you can bring this up to him.
This is why I think now, if this is not a copycat, he doesn't use the word copycat. If this is not someone emulating the same method of murder, someone with detailed knowledge.
Well, our friend.
Well, let me ask you this: was the
If it is the same person, then
sorry, Lovely or Ruby, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, our friend
Sorry.
Florence had a number plate. Has anything come from that?
Out of character above the table, Florence, did you give the police the number plate?
Yeah, she.
Yeah?
I'm sure
Okay, cool. You're on mute.
Shaking her head, nodding. What?
Oh,
You
sorry.
You're
Sorry.
unmuted now.
I muted because I wasn't in the scene. Yes, I'm fairly certain that I did. I just told the
Okay,
police everything, including that I saw the license plate and I
Okay,
told them what
super.
it was.
Brilliant. Yes. Your friend was very helpful. I have people looking into the number plate. We have not got yet anything back. If these killers, excuse me, if these killers knew what they were doing, I do not hold out any real hope, though, as they would not have probably used a car that they had in their own name.
I don't think they were expecting to get caught. But let me ask you this: the drawing that was made on the foreheads, was that ever made public? Was it ever put in the newspapers that there was a drawing or the picture of it?
There was no picture of it. It was mentioned. There was a symbol,
And the drawing that was on
strange
Jackson's head
symbol.
is the same one that you saw on the other victims.
It is pretty much identical.
Well, then it's not a copycat. They're not imitating if they have that information.
They would need to have very detailed information. You guys, you get a sense that there's something he's on the verge of saying, but he can't bring himself to
I
open up.
used charm on him.
You can go ahead. Tell me what that looks like. How are we approaching this?
I just think Ruby senses there's something hidden and tries to turn on the charm to get him to open up a little bit more and trust her a little bit more.
Okay, go for it.
Hard success.
Okay. So you're
Try and get him to relax a little bit more and ask how.
yeah, okay. So here, well, I top up your tea, etc., that kind of thing. Okay. He gives you a glance as you're chatting to him. He's still half kind of watching, thinking what's Loveday going to say next, and well, where's the hard question coming from the priest. And you're just chatting, asking him, would you like a cookie? And is there anything else? Anything you think that you could tell us that we could then work with to tell you something? You said you got a hard success. This could cost me my badge. And he gives you quite a hard look through Loveday, like, is this worth it? Am I gonna lose my job?
For what it's worth, Loveday has been mollified by the compliments earlier on. She's not staring quite as hard as she was at the beginning. He's hit the right note, which is just flattery.
I'm worried that Captain Robson might be receiving some sort of incentive to make sure the wrong man goes down.
Oh.
I've been told quite specifically not to pursue anything of the kind.
Well, I understand you not wanting to lose your badge over this, but I obviously appreciate you sharing that information, because if we can help you, we'd love to do that, because, I mean, we're laying our very dear friend to rest tomorrow, so the main thing is we catch those that have done him harm.
But Other than a joke, why would a priest, a private investigator, and a journalist walk into a hotel with a couple of high society ladies to meet with a writer who writes books about cults on the same night he's murdered seemingly by a cult?
Look, Poole, we all
What
have an
is the gap
interest.
here?
We've helped him in his investigations for his books before. So he said he wanted to meet us because he felt he discovered something new in his researches, specifically in relation to the Carlisle expedition. And that's what he wanted to talk to us about.
Well, now that's new.
Well, that could be the piece you're missing. Are you familiar with Erica Carlisle and the Carlisle family?
I'm very familiar with the Carlisle family. Uh, Roger Carlyle was a regular visitor to the New York precincts when he was out partying. We never managed to keep him all night though. His lawyers arrived much more adroitly,
Can I just quickly,
almost like they were on standby when he was partying.
can I check? Are my companions now glaring at me because I've said that, or are they cool?
No,
No,
Love
I'm
Days. Sorry.
Go.
Cool. Okay, well then I'm saying, go on.
Sorry, no, Love Day's more annoyed that someone else's lawyers got there quicker. She's very focused on that.
Change lawyers.
I think, Jackson seemed to feel that he had found out something about the Carlisle expedition that was of interest and that would require some kind of action. He wanted us to back him up. I suspect that somebody else maybe wanted him not to take action.
And why would there wouldn't be an open investigation into the Carlisle expedition. No crime committed in the United States, so I can see why he wouldn't have come to the authorities.
Let me ask you this: what do you think
Like
would
that.
happen now? Because your friend, what's his name, Robson, this captain, he came down to your precinct last night and said, "This is my case. I demand these two fellas, these death cult members." He takes them off, yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't show the slightest interest in the 5 witnesses to a murder that you had sitting in the cells.
Not a jot. I believe he got your names, but that's about all.
What do you think would happen if we went down there now as good citizens to talk to him?
I would strongly encourage you to stay away from Captain Robson. He is, I'll put it this way. I may be inclined to, he pats his belly, throw my weight around a little bit by keeping people a few extra hours in an interview room. He's more inclined to throw his weight around by having some of his guys put in a steel-toe boot.
So we won't do that then.
At that point, there's a knock outside, and Janine lets in Florence and Valentine. And Loveday has a visitor, ladies. Your friends are in with her. Maybe she just kind of shows you to the morning room. More tea? I'll bring another pot of tea. Anyone want? I do have some food on, but yes, we could probably manage one more plate. I won't be staying for food, ma'am. I won't be here that long. I think we're coming to an understanding, and maybe I won't be here much longer.
Would anyone like to enlighten me as to what's going on here?
He gives you a winning smile, Miss Harper, Miss Bow or Bow. And he kind of says it the Creole way with a reasonably good attempt at an accent.
can one
I
of us
have
just
now
very,
unmuted you.
can one of us
Oh.
give a very quick recap?
Oh, we're all good friends here now. Loveday's calmed down. He's apologised. Isn't that right, Lieutenant?
I have at that. And apologies to both of you ladies as well. There was you were both very helpful. There was no reason for you to remain in the interview room as long as you did. My heartfelt apologies. I'm not here in a professional capacity, as your friends will probably tell you.
Always a pleasure. We're always here to help.
Means what we're
Lieutenant,
doing
will
to
you be
help.
coming to the funeral tomorrow?
I was not going to attend the funeral. I have not received an invitation, and I believe that my presence would not be reassuring. We may keep an eye on the event from a distance. That will be a more standard approach around here to make sure that we keep an eye and have an idea who turns up in case anybody wants to come along and have a look at their handiwork.
And have all of Jackson's effects been returned to his executor, or where did you send them to?
Well, anything that's not evidence, so very little has been returned to his lawyer, but most of what was on him or the attackers would have been kept as evidence at the precinct. I assume you're talking about the papers they had stuffed in their pockets.
Well, I wasn't assuming that you were going to give us what they had, but I just thought any things he might have had on him,
Anything that wasn't germane has been returned.
Pretty good.
Have you been through those papers yourself, Lieutenant?
I've had a cursory look.
Would you be willing to tell us the subject matter, perhaps in recompense for leaving us in cold interview rooms all night?
Yeah. I'm already getting the sense that I may not be getting as much out of this as you folks. Would that be?
I tell you
that's
what you're
not a
getting out of it.
misunderstanding.
I'll tell you what you're getting out of it. You have all these murders, and you've got a police force that isn't going to investigate them. And here you've got somebody who might be able to come back to you with something when they find something. I think you should be giving us every file you have, my friend.
And then you sweep in and you make the final arrest and you get all the glory.
Would be an excellent story in the newspapers.
He pulls out out of his valise. He pulls out a manila envelope, and from inside, he pulls out 2 documents, and I am dropping them on the board in the middle of the board. Now, you don't need to worry too much about returning these. These are photostatic copies of the originals. The originals are going to remain in police custody. So you should see 2 new letters on the board there below the business card with Silas and Kwane on it. He has pulled out. Did you hear him? He basically said these are photostatic copies, so he's gonna keep the originals. But there's 2 letters he provides you.
Guy for the
Yeah,
YouTubers.
be brilliant if someone really wants to read them. So who would like to start with the letter from Cairo?
Okay, I'll read the
Does
first
somebody
one.
want to read it out? Or
Go for it.
Cairo, Egypt, 3rd of March 1919. Dear Mr. Carlyle, your lawyer informed me that you seek certain knowledge of this land and its distant past, and I believe I can aid you in this regard. Inquiries in the old quarter have identified one Faraz Najjar, I think,
Najjar.
in the Street of Jackals, who claims to be in possession of singular curios, which he believes will be of great interest to you. He's prepared to part with these items at a suitable price, if a suitable price can be agreed on, and I shall endeavour to make sure that matters are arranged to your satisfaction. Yours, M. Warren Bazart. Or Bazant. Bazart.
Bazart, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and then Ruby, do you want to maybe read us the Harvard University
Yeah, sure.
letter?
So on November 7th, 1924, Mr. Jackson Elias and Prospero House Publishers, I think I said that right, Lexington Avenue,
Yep.
New York City. Dear Mr. Elias, the book about which you inquired is no longer in our collection. The information you seek may be found here in other volumes. If you will contact me upon arrival, I will be most happy to further assist you. As always, Miriam Atbright, Harvard University Library. Curious.
Okay, so having handed over these two documents, it looks Poole looks like a combination of he looks a little relieved, like he's lightened his load a bit, and he's like a problem shared, but at the same time he also looks a little concerned. He's do you mind me asking, now that I've bared my chest and shown you my underbelly, as it were, if there's any more that you know, anything else you can share, or anything that you turn up, I get the feeling you folks are not leaving this one alone. Would you do me the favor of at least keeping me in the loop to some extent?
Of course, of
I mean,
course.
at some point you will need the law.
Lieutenant, the only problem I foresee is that you might not believe what we have to tell you.
Once you can bring me some compelling evidence, I'll believe anything you have to say.
Good to know.
I think Ruby would flash him a smile as if to say, like, I think we've, got closer after tonight, and hopefully we can share some information further down the line as well. Especially now we've got a book that's
Do you want to throw
missing.
me a little charm check?
Another hard success there.
Does she do it?
I'm on it today.
Very charming today. We're
No
so
spoilers.
charming today. We are.
Okay, and he is suitably charmed. He kind of gives you a little smile back. He looks almost a little bashful. So yeah, look, thank you. I'm glad we can all be on the same page about this. But I do need to get back to work. As I say, keep me in the loop, folks. And if anything egregious crops up that I think you could benefit from outside eyes, not involved with the New York police, I may very well be paying a call on you again. But until then, yeah, I don't know if I've done the right thing here, but my own avenues internally are very much stymied.
You've done the right
Don't
thing.
want to
Do
see
not worry.
an innocent man die.
You are safe with us.
It's very brave.
And after dropping that huge, crushing responsibility on all of you, he gets up with a slightly lighter step, and Janine sees him out, and he goes about his work, leaving you guys to worry about your newfound responsibility for the life of a innocent man, potentially.
Potentially.
And I think we'll leave it there, folks, with your little group having plenty to ruminate on and discuss maybe a little reading to do in the downtime, as you might want to get an early night tonight with the activities of tomorrow. And so we'll leave you to as I say, let that all stew nicely. Um, and to everyone who's been watching, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. I'm loving watching these characters and these players get to grips with this quite naughty investigation. I hope you're having as much fun as we are. Subscribe if you want to keep track of when episodes drop. Go ahead and give us a like if you think we deserve it. As usual, all comments are welcome. Just avoid the spoilers. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.